you have not seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there are spoilers. Please support filmmakers in the art of filmmaking by watching this movie in its full entirety on home media or streaming services when available. Hello Internet, welcome to AGPN Movie Reviews, the YouTube show where Pat and I review movies. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Patrick, the guy who's way too addicted to movies.
Pat and I have both read the book and watched both movies of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We'll be reviewing the 2004 remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was originally a book and was made into a 1971 movie retitled Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. However, the original writer of the book initially disliked the film's screenplay and changes from the original book.
The movie follows the same plot as the book. Willy Wonka, the owner of a Wonka Candy Company, a factory with long closed access, makes a contest for 5 children to enter the factory after finding a golden ticket which is hidden inside the chocolate bars.
Then, a poor boy named Charlie Bucket wins one of the 5 tickets among 4 eccentric children. This movie differs from the book and movie through a different ending involving the father of Willy Wonka and different characters.
The movie itself, in my opinion, was okay. I thought the movie did stay true to the book, but no one really asked for this movie to be released, basically. It felt very unnecessary. I get that they wanted to give us a remake, but nobody really wanted a remake. Nevertheless, it was okay. The visuals were decent.
In my opinion, I really liked the movie for what it was. I felt that it stayed true to the original book, unlike the original movie, which changed up a lot of the storylines and added new plots. The movie only had very small changes from the book, but I agree, I didn't think anybody really asked for this movie. It didn't really feel necessary for its release. So, Adrian, what is one thing that you really enjoyed about this film?
The best part of this movie, for sure, was when Willy Wonka was introducing the children to the factory, and then the dolls came in through the entrance, like through the door, and basically they were singing a song, which I did not like, but then they started burning, which was my favorite part of the whole movie, of course, because it was very random and very amusing.
What I really liked are the visuals of the movie. The background sets were really well done and creative, and especially the chocolate river. In the 1971 movie, the chocolate looked like red blood, except the chocolate river in this movie seemed more realistic. Props to the set director.
So, what's one thing we didn't like about the movie? I really did not like that the movie altogether felt very dull. Because we already know what happens in the end, and that's basically what happens when you make a remake of a movie. Yeah, it gets pretty boring.
I didn't really like the portrayal of Willy Wonka. The Willy Wonka in the first movie was obviously very weird, which is what the character is supposed to be. But Johnny Depp feels like he's just trying to be weird. The original Willy Wonka, played by Gene Wilder, already had that in him. The acting just felt more realistic in the 1971 version compared to this one.
Yeah, I agree with Patrick. Willy Wonka, instead of feeling weird, he felt kind of creepy in the remake. So my favorite character was Charlie Bucket, because he was actually the only decent character in this movie. I know Augustus Gloop is a meme and everything, but yeah. In my opinion, he's a very humble child and really deserves to win the factory. He is a very kind person and is, I guess, my favorite character.
Charlie Bucket is also a good character. I really like the twist ending in which Charlie originally declined the offer to get the factory, and his reasons was because his family was more important to him than any old candy factory. It added a bit more character development to him.
Let's talk about Johnny Depp's a character named Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka's character was very weird in this film. Well, not weird, creepy. The original 1971 actor Gene Wilder had a more realistic job, but I felt Johnny Depp was trying to be too weird, but it made it feel creepy.
I have to agree. Like I already said, I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but in this movie he was just trying to be eccentric and out of control.
Now we are gonna talk about the 4 other Chocolate Factory golden ticket finders, or whatever you want to call it. They are Augustus Gloop, the CGI monster that lives under your bed. Violet Beauregard, the gum-chewing brat. Veruca Salt, the salty squirrel. And My TV, the walking, talking video game. They're all spoiled and so annoying.
Yeah, I think the other 4 golden ticket winners were very spoiled, but they were played by good actors. They played them really well, and came off as quite realistic for such annoying personalities. The worst person in the group was definitely Veruca Salt. She was spoiled, a brat, and honestly every parent's nightmare.
Yeah, I agree, but like this movie was okay. It didn't feel necessary. It was basically a remake of that no one wanted.
I agree. It was a good movie, but no one really asked for it, even though it was like decent. What I also didn't like is that the movie was really long. A lot of the scenes felt like filler scenes or wasn't necessary. How even the opening credits were 2 minutes long. But what I liked about the original 1971 movie was that it kept it short while still entertaining you, even if it wasn't close to the book.
So, what were our thoughts? The book was pretty atrocious, by the way. The only thing I can really say was the mediocre Oompa Loompas.
I think it stayed true to the original, but it wasn't very necessary for its release.
So, time for our rating. I rate this movie a 7 out of 10.
And I rate this movie a 7 out of 10 too.
That's all for now.